My name's Ellen Geddes, and I knew I was a fencer when I got asked if I thought it would be fun to stab people, and I said yes.
Scott Rogers, and I knew I was a fencer when I was at a tournament in Budapest, one of my first international events. We got done fencing. The Italian coach comes up to me, doesn't speak any English, hands me a drink and said, "You are a fencer. Cheers," and walks away. At that moment, I was like, yeah, I'm a fencer. I belong.
Hi, I'm Selena King, and I was 30 years old, and I got hit by a 10-year-old on the strip. That's how I knew I was a fencer.
When did I know I was a fencer? Well, I started fencing probably maybe 30 years ago, and I knew I was a fencer the first time I parried my coach. Initially, when I started fencing, we just had a weapon, a mask, no jacket, just a weapon and a mask, and then coach would give us some drills, and then we would have to parry it. So after several whelps and stitches and scars, I finally parried my coach, and at that point in time, I knew I was a fencer.
Hi, my name is Dagmar Wozniak, and I'm a 3-time Olympian. And the first time that I knew that I was a fencer, maybe when I was a kid, but I think the first time I had a true feeling of being a fencer was when I was able to take the Olympic stage in the London 2012 Games.
Rita Comas. I knew I was a fencer. I always wanted to fence. I was blocked from fencing at my beautiful high school that just let females in a few years earlier. And in college, I got to fence against these Dungeons and Dragons guys that made their own chainmail in their room. And they would always ask me, "Rita, do you want to fence?" And I would say, "Yes." And they said, "Can I wear my chainmail?" And I would ask them to put their chainmail underneath their fencing jackets, and they would brag about all their bruises. But I just loved hitting those guys every day. And since fencing isn't always fair, I do what I can to keep it as fair as possible for everyone in the world.
My name is Sean Shoemate, and I knew I was a fencer when I was first beaten badly at my first World Championships in Euskirchen, Germany. After training for many different months and years, traveling the U.S., first international trip, I just get my butt handed to me for about 5 matches and I go home crying. That's when I knew I was a fencer.